discuss. There have been a lot of messages from you all regarding the posting of English medium material. So this time I'm going to post teaching aptitude of English medium. Already we had a session of teaching aptitude in English of 150 questions. Today we will see another 150 questions so that it may be benefiting you. Right, we will go through the series of questions, almost 150. Then you will get a good idea and score good marks at your examination. Out of 5 to 5 you have to score, I feel so. Right? So which commission submitted the report on education and national development? So naturally it happens to be 141, okay, 151. You see, after the independence, we had a commission called Kothari Commission 1964 and 66, which had a lot of importance and which has given a slogan that the destiny of the nation is decided in the classroom, designed in the classroom, right? Right. In which year was started the district primary education program, what we call DPEP. So we changed into Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, then Rajiv Vidya Mission, and then Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. So it started in 1994. Which commission suggested a major unit should be developed? So when you see all the four options, the answer is Radhakrishna Commission. In which year was started the CAB, C-A-B, Central Advisory Board of Education, 1921. Which institute will help Central Ministerial Council of Education in planning and providing guidelines to implement education programs nationwide? It is also again 154 CABE, right? The author of the book Education is Rousseau, Herbert Spencer, John Dewey, John Locke. The answer is, you see, please guess. You see a few seconds for you. The answer is Herbert Spencer. What points to be entered in the ID card of the student? Physical details of the student, marks obtained by the student, all the details of the future plan of the student. This is definitely when we write the ID card, all details of the students. In which year NCERT emerged as an independent body? You see, it is about here. So please guess that one. Now September 1961. What is the necessary to begin learning? Natural ability, talent, attitudes and motivation. You see, motivation is the primary criteria which keeps the pace of learning and which keeps interest or creates interest in learning. Which national institute conducts the study, research and survey regarding school education? Nothing but at the national level, NCERT, at the state level it is SCRT. What is DPEP? District Primary Education Program. The benefit of non-retention policy means detention, okay? Failing the students or continuing the student in the same class is nothing but is detention. Opposite to detention is non-retention. So there is clear passivity. The philosopher who made the light of women's education. See, 163, it is Rousseau. Which institute will publish government's education information periodicals, books and reports and hand over the same to the schools in the states? NIPA, the Institute of Education Planning and Administration, which is at Delhi NCERT campus. So 165, it started in 1971. What is the important instrument for social change? Definitely 2, 3, 4 not are the correct one. Education. Who has the power to supervise the secondary school? Mandal Education Officer, primary level. It's Deputy Education Officer, secondary level. Okay, which institute will gather research, results, survey, reports, information and advice on school education and hand over same to the education departments? Is the NCERT. Who invented the teaching methods of mentally retarded children? So Herbert, Pestalozzi, Montessori, Froebel. Actually, Montessori worked on CWSN children with special needs. Automatically developed into Montessori education. Right? Maktaba in Muslims. In Islamic education, we call Maktaba as school and Madrasa as college. Which institute conducts training for education planning and management administration to education, administrative and district education officers? Is NIPA again. The age estimated according to person's talent is nothing but mental age. What is your opinion about beating the students? Should not be punished at all. Which countryman established the first teacher training college in India? It's Denmark. What is the first education commission after independence? So after independence, which is the first education commission is? So please remember that University Grants Commission is the first education commission. In each year was started the first open school in Andhra Pradesh. The open school is nothing but it's for non-formal education for continuing education and for dropouts. And now in Telangana we call it as Telangana Open School Society 1991. Who have the authority to supervise primary schools? Mandal Education Officer, which is referred as Magna Carta of Indian education. What we call is a Woods Report or Woods Dispatch. Who established Calcutta Madrasa? It's Warren Hastings. Which conducts training and research with the help of Asian countries? Is NEPA. What percentage of national income is to be allotted according to suggestions of Qatari Commission, which is the previous one 6%. But when we see the national income nowadays, it is about 7 to 8% should be allotted minimum for carrying out development in the education sector. To whom is non-formal education intended? For people who have no education. Formal education for children, right? Which institute was established by an act of parliament to make teacher education qualitative? It is NCT, National Council for Teacher Education. And you see, when it was established, you see, the answer for that is it's 1993. Teacher training college in the country must obtain recognition from NCTE, which while teaching classroom, what should be the major attention of the teacher? Teaching methods, home needs, lessons, actually it is the main thing. Which states tri-language formula is not implemented? You all know that one. This is Tamil Nadu. It is against trilingual formula, tri-language formula. In which year were the three regional universities were established? When you see that one, 1857. Yeah, that's at the time before independence. The chief program of an efficient teacher. Right, we see that we have three options here. Please guess for a few seconds. Making the students suitable to syllabus, students' ability develop, identifying student leaders and advise them. Actually, is the main duty of the teacher is to identify the abilities and polish the ability of students. Which Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh implemented professional education at secondary level? N.T. Ramarao. Who established Banaras Hindu University? You should know that one, Mr. Madan Mohan Malviya. What is passivity? The student not attending school properly, not paying attention, remaining in the same standard, the students not doing. So it is about non-retention, and the answer is this one. Which country suggested the formation of school education committees? It's very important. Vidya committees or school education committees were told by Ramakrishna Rao committee. Which year was non-formal education started? Okay, formal and non-formal. Non-formal for those who have not completed their education through formal education. So we call it as non-formal, 1979. How best we utilize wisdom? You see, solve problems, create new knowledge, concentrating your power, utilize to live happily. So it is used to solve the problems we face day by day. Where was the basic education scheme started? What we call it is as Nai Talim. It was started by Gandhiji in Varda, Sevashram. How wastage is defined? Right? Leaving the school without achieving objectives, food in midday meals, spending money, school money, collecting high fees. You see, leaving the school. The prescribed age to obtain adult education is, you see, when we see the fourth option, this seems to be appropriate one. Who is the president of state level Saksharta Mission, Minister of Education? Quality is expected in a science teacher, personality, nature ability, scientific aspect. scientific attitude. Which commission submitted the largest report in the history of Indian education? Yeah, I told previously also, which stands more important is Kothari Commission. Basic education is teaching in mother tongue, universal education, all the above. Committee appointed on school bag education. You should all know that one this was famous for. You see, the school bags have become more heavy, and the committee appointed on that is called Professor Eshpal Committee. Why do children blindly imitate their teachers? By doing the tasks without applying mind, they have no critical thinking power, no sufficient knowledge. Yeah, second one. The book which registers the details of every student and date of leaving. Entry and departure register. The register used to enter the details of students' attendance. Students' attendance register. Who is the important person among those who introduced psychology in education? Pastrology. Points registered in the student's arrival and departure register. Yeah, all the above. Who prepares the lesson plan? Naturally, teacher. Because teacher will be disseminating the lesson, so teacher will prepare the lesson plan, not student and headmaster. In which register the finance base of the school entered? Cash book. Salary recorded of the employees, nothing but equivalence register. What are that entered in the correspondence register? Letters received and sent, all the two. Professional details of every teacher recorded, service record. What details are recorded in students' progress card, right? Date of joining, yeah, their supervision, but not the marks obtained by each student in the last conducted for the students. Which standards or public exams conducted in non-detention method? 7th and 10th. Okay, 7th has been banned. Now only public exam in 10th. What is the book in which school supervising officials write in their findings? This is also very important. Logbook. Okay. Actually, there should be a visitor register, but we go for logbook. Okay. What is meant by functional literacy? Adults reading lessons, learning things which are useful for day-to-day life, adult education, all the above. What is meant by APEP? Andhra Pradesh Primary Education Program. Who will select the teaching methods? Teacher, naturally, who teaches? What is meant by teaching? Providing subject knowledge, encouraging to children, or child development, the environment, all the above. Operation Blackboard means, you see, don't mistake into that painting the blackboard. It's nothing but fulfilling the minimum necessities. Okay, when there is one room in the school, additional room. When there is one teacher, there is another teacher. So that is the main intention of OBB. What is to be done if the student attends schools late every day? We have to see why he is late and problem should be solved. Who will select the teaching objective? Automatically teaching a teacher. Who said the teacher cannot teach? He learned more and more. Yeah, 224 is Tagore, okay, who proponed naturalist philosophy of education. What will you reaction if an intelligent student puts you a question for which you don't know the answer? Promise him to know the answer and explain it later. What is meant by symposium? It's very important. Discussing an issue in friendly atmosphere. What do you call the standard question given to a student to obtain his answers on an issue, right? Yeah, here all the these second 3 4 seems not correct, but first one, okay, though it is not properly apt for that one. What is the plan adapted to conduct school programs? Okay, your organization plan, what we call is an institutional plan. Okay, let me put organization plan is nothing but institutional plan. What is Operation Blackboard? Right, again providing basic needs to school. What is the best teaching aid for a teacher of social studies for teach graph, geography, globe? What is the powerful quality of the following? Should be ready to face challenge, should choose to child's innate capability, should have natural learning. All the three is to be apt. To compare the abilities of children qualitatively, which of the following results will be useful? What is the benefit of evaluation? Right? indicates how best the teaching method can be taught. Minimum working days of a school to function. Yeah, it should be noted 220 days. Which Prime Minister of India suggested open Urskes Nehru? How many fields were education objectives divided? Right, when we go for 236, it's a 3. What is the process to evaluate the abilities of learning program? Constructive evaluation. What development is obtained by exercise? Physical. Education is lifelong. School without roof means playground. What is the benefit obtained from constructive evaluation? All the 3. Which evaluation is helpful to know the extent of learning? Right? 242. Right? So, it's nothing but integral evaluation. What is the teaching method? Right? What is the teaching method adopted to explain formula of mathematics? The deductive method. What is the teacher should do in the classroom to motivate the students and encourage them? Yeah, third one, 244 should be made to attend. Yeah. Can you guess? What kind of evaluation provides guidelines to teachers, students, and also the organizers? Right? 245 is the constructive evaluation. What evaluation is taken into consideration before teaching in a unit? 246 confirming evaluation. When should be the lesson plan prepared? Before teaching lesson. Which subject gives solutions to the problems of education field? Is it philosophy? Right? What scientific method is followed to take suitable decision conducting provision results? 249 is a programming evaluation. What is a person's totality of knowledge? Understand the skill is called effort. What is the only place to evaluate the abilities like narration, by heart, expression, and so oral tests? Which periods to be allowed for teaching mathematics? Second period, why? Because first period you have attendance. According to Gandhiji textbook is teacher. What questions will enable students to write an integral essay? Essay type questions, 254. Right? Essay type questions. Who interpreted the planning means having an idea, imagination, right? 254, 255. Right? Who is that? Oxford, an idea and thinking beforehand. Right? 256. It is planning main process of taking this white roar. The teacher task before teaching a lesson. What we have to do? 257. Students should be made to be towards the lesson. The teacher with students should be friendly. What is a group to discuss to be implement achieve educational objectives? A set of time frame is called. 259 is nothing but study plan. You found some students are very much backward. What will you do? Arrange special classes, what we call remedial classes. What is evaluation? Knowing whether the teaching objectives were achieved or not. Which will help them learn what extent teaching objectives are achieved. Evaluation. What is the drawing of the plan and prepare the same to achieve the desired education is called what we call education plan. Right. What is the name of plan adopted to national level keeping in view entire gross level planning? What is the name of the plan adopted keeping in view micro level issues from macro root level? Yeah, 265 is 2 micro level planning. Who will prepare the hierarchy register of the school? Answer is class teacher. What is the textbook of Gandhiji's view? Teacher. What should be the site to establish a school? All the 3. Ideal number of students in the class 40. Area to be allotted to each student squared. What should be the area of the classroom? It's nothing but 500 square feet. God before me, I know the teacher only, Kabir. Who is the author of book The School and the Society? John Dewey. What should be the area of the school building if the strength is 160, 2 by 3 acres? Kendriya Vidya Mandal. What should be the area of playground? 275 is 2 to 3 acres. And if it should be area of student strength is 320, 276 is 4, 3 to 5. If it is 320 strength, what should the area of the school building? You see, there is a deviation from that one, 1 acre. Second birth, according to Hindu, is nothing but educating. What is the method to understand a student? Method of case study. Rules and regulations of Kendriya Vidya Mandal. What should be the area if the student strength is 480? Okay, it's 1 by 3 acres. Rules and regulations. The student playground if the student strength is 480. Rules and regulations for Andhra. What should be the area of primary school playground? 282 is 100,000 square meters. According to rules and regulations, government, what should be the area of the playground? It should be 2,000 square meters. Who will implement the lesson plan? Teacher. Ability to find out new solutions to the problem is called creativity. Right, 285. According to the rules and regulations of Andhra Pradesh government, what should be the area of secondary school playground? 400,000 square meter. What should be the shape of the ETHU? What benefits detailed school building? First, have veranda, good ventilation, resound. Who is the leader of education field? Teacher. A student who cannot make friends with others is called introvert. In organization planning, the number of stages is 3. Okay. Country level, state level and district level. Who will prepare the annual plan? Teacher. Is headmaster. What is the name of the plan? Academic it means keeping view the subject matter with the teacher teaches. Unit plan. Right, 293. It's nothing but unit annual plan. What points are to be remembered while preparing an annual plan? All the 3 things. What is the royal path for learning? Motivation. How to develop leadership qualities in students? 296. Yeah. By group study program. What is the plan to be prepared by teacher before teaching a unit? Yeah, it's nothing but unit plan. What is the benefit derived from the unit plan? Okay, when you go for that, when almost all will be correct. How should the teacher conduct himself in the classroom? Should direct his sense of humor to draw the students' attention towards the lesson. Here, dear students, you have been watching my postings on YouTube. And you have been requesting with number of messages that you want in Englishman. Already I kept teaching Aptitude practice bits 1 and this is the series practice bit 2. Hope that this will be useful for you for your coming Deecet examination and score all the 5 to 5 marks. And thank you for watching. Signing off, your Dr. Kola. Bye bye.